I'm back, the headless YouTuber doing headless planty things, and welcome to part 2 of April's week of plant to-dos. The reason why I split it up into 2 parts is because so much happened this month, this week that I filmed the plant to-dos, that the video was just too long, so I decided to split it into 2 parts. Going back to Thursday, I did get a couple packages, and I originally was going to do a dedicated video for that unboxing, but it was super short. Honestly, the video would have been like 10 minutes long, which it's not in my, I can't do it. I can't just release a 10-minute video. It feels wrong. I just ended up including it in this week of plant to-dos, which is why there's not going to be a smooth transition going into the unboxing. I just start ripping it open basically, so just be warned of that. So what we're gonna do is just go back to Thursday. We're gonna start at the unboxing and then go from there, and then you will see me again in this same outfit at the very end, because that is YouTube magic. So yeah, welcome back to another week of plant to-dos. I think this is gonna be another 2-hour video, or maybe a little under the 2 hours. We'll see where it goes, so have fun. I'm gonna open the first one first, and this one is from Ina Hardinera. I think I'm saying that right. She's Plantarina on Instagram, and I will throw up her Instagram here and her handle, and you guys can follow her. So she is the owner of the Variegated Plants Shop, and I will throw that one up here. They're based out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and they are a licensed soil-free nursery. I believe she sent me one of her kits, like her soil-free kits. If you guys have been here a while, you know that I am sort of transitioning a lot of plants to passive hydro, so I just thought I would give this a try. So here is the website, variegatedplants.shop. I'm gonna try to not show my address here. I'm just gonna pop this open. I'm not gonna do it in front of the camera because I always show my address when I try. Obviously, I am a Canadian-based YouTuber, I guess. They do ship to Canada, but just keep in mind that there will be duties and fees. Cool, okay. So, whoa, pretty. Oh, she sent me 2 of them. So this is cool. Okay, so this is like a self-watering pot set. Aw. Her logo is so cute. So she sent me 2 of the self-watering pots, and basically it comes with a little insert like this, and I really love how wide this is. And there's a little gap here down at the bottom. It doesn't go all the way to the bottom, and you just fill all of this with water, and then it just like wicks itself up. And so that's cool. I thought she was only gonna send me 1, so thank you for sending me 2 of them. I think I'm going to get 2 anthuriums in there, some of my smaller anthuriums. I kind of wish that I got this before I potted my Ace of Spades, although I think this might have been too big, but I know that I definitely have some that would fit in there. I'm thinking like my dark form Forgetii, or I have this anthurium hybrid that's still in soil that is so thirsty all the time, so I think I'm going to transition that. And then she also included 2 bags of her own Lechuzapon mix. I love how much coarser DIY pon is. I can always use more pon. Oh, it's getting full here. And then she also sent me this blue butterfly micronutrients for bountiful buds, and it looks like the main nutrients in here are nitrogen, phosphate, boron, iron, zinc, manganese, kind of like your just standard micronutrients. Yeah, so I'm excited to give this a try with my passive hydro plants, because I don't really have like a good, I would say, routine yet, or like fertilizer regimen that I'm doing for my passive hydro plants. So if this is what she's recommending, then yeah, I'm excited to give it a try. And then it comes with a little dropper too to measure out your stuff. So thank you, Ina. That was very kind of you, and I think I'll do like a dedicated repot video using these pots in the future. Okay, the second one is, oh my gosh, I don't know where to start with this. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the company Plantsome, and I will show you their Instagram. I think that they're based out of Vancouver, so very close to me. They offered to send me a plant that I have been looking for forever, and this one might surprise you guys, but it's been popping up in the States. I'm not going to tell you right away. It's been popping up in the States, and I just haven't been able to find them here in Canada, but it's just one of those ones that I like instantly was in love with, and people had been saying it looked boring and they didn't see anything special about it, but I personally love it a lot. So I know what they sent me. I just was not expecting such a huge box. So yeah, I guess let's just get this open. I don't know how to open this thing. It says this side up, so I don't want to... Oh, I get it. I think I go like this. Okay, I'll sit over here. I think there's literal instructions. So dumb. Okay, so it is the plant I was thinking of, but it's just so much bigger than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like a 4-inch plant. This is a neat little box. I think, oh my gosh, how do I want to unbox this? Oh, there's something else in there. Okay. Out of breath. All right. And ta-da! Whoa, that scared me. I thought it was a spider. Oh my gosh. I'm squealing. It is so... It's just as beautiful in real life. I'm so happy. Look at this leaf. This is a Baltic blue pothos, and I know some of you guys are probably surprised, like what the heck, that's what you got, but guys, I love the Cebu blue pothos. I love the color of it. I love the shape of it. I actually like the way that it trails because it's not like a regular pothos where the leaves kind of curl up. They just kind of cascade down like a philodendron. And this seems like it does the same. And oh my gosh, this pot is humongous. So yeah, wow. I think that what I'm gonna try and do is I do want a trailing plant. So I think I'll do maybe like 3/4 of this basket, or like most of this basket trailing on my shelf. And then I'll separate one vine that has already started fenestrating and try to make it climb. Something I just really love about this leaf is like the texture of it and the color. It really does have this like bluish tint to it, and it's beautiful. Even if it wasn't fenestrated, like it was literally just like this or something, I am super, super into it. I don't know, like, you know, I started seeing these pop up in the Facebook groups, and people are just like, oh my gosh, like why would they, what's the big deal of all the plants that they could have cultivated, like why this one? But I loved it immediately. Like these leaves, the shape of it really reminds me of like a Rhaphidophora decursiva. Wait, am I thinking? No, I always mix that up. A Rhaphidophora pertusa. It is so cute when it fenestrates. The only difference I would say between this and a Cebu blue, the Cebu blue has sort of a bolete texture to it. It's very subtle, and it has like a very silvery sheen and really prominent blue. This one is really different. I wish I wasn't too lazy to go grab my Cebu blue, but yeah, the leaves look totally different. I'm so happy to have this. Thank you so much, Plantsome, for sending this to me. Oh, look how big this leaf is. It's so beautiful. And I did not realize there was a pot in here. Oh, thank you. And no drainage holes. You know me so well. Ugh. And now I don't need to find a pot, and it matches perfectly with my apartment. I'm so happy. Ready? Your friend sent you something. Can you sit down? I have had a very manic day. I get into these days where like all I want to do is clean, and I just like manically, frantically clean from like the time I wake up until I can't move my body anymore. I've got like 80% steam left and nothing really left to clean. So now I'm just in the plant room kind of fiddling with things. So I thought I would just kind of show you what I was doing, even though I wasn't really planning to film until tomorrow. And the reason I wanted to film this was because I don't think I've ever done this on my channel in the past. So if you watched my Florida Green repot, and I'll throw up the thumbnail in case you haven't seen it, I repotted this massive Florida Green that I got from Erin. I separated it into like 4 different plants. And there's one plant that I have here in my plant room that looks beautiful in here. Honestly, like I love the addition of it in here. And I promise I'm gonna show you guys my plant room soon. This is why I've been filming at this angle lately, or like behind like where my table is, because I'm like doing some big things in the plant room that way. And I don't want to show it until I do like the actual video. Anyway, my hair is at this weird length now where it's like, it looks stupid if I leave it down. Like you know when I first cut my hair, I was doing like the half up, half down hairstyle. Well, I can't do that anymore because now it's too long. And then when I put it in a ponytail, as you guys have seen in a lot of recent videos, like my ponytail is just like pitch straight. It's like, it just looks like this and it bothers me. But that's, yeah, it's just, I'm at a very, very, very awkward length right now where I can't really do much to it without it looking dumb. So now I've gone with the little tiny buns in the back, which don't look great either, but I'm working with what I have. I actually have it pulled up to the shelf that it's on. So it usually sits like this, and I'm training this leaf right here to kind of face this way. Before it was like twisted this way, and now it's like kind of twisted this way. So I think we're getting really close for it to just kind of, oh there, like look the right direction. Just take some time. The newest leaf, this is that super, super, super sad floppy leaf that you would have seen in the repot, and I was saying I hope that it perks up, and it perked right up. Still kind of hardening off a bit. It's taking quite a long time. What I want to do with this plant tonight is get it on not a lazy pole, but just something a little bit more supported. And then I also am going to be air layering. I'm going to be air layering at every node using saran wrap and sphagnum moss, just to kind of, I mean, since I'm not going to be like actually putting this on a pole, I want to be able to air layer so that the leaves can keep getting bigger, hopefully. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to turn the camera around and we will get started. Oh, that's heavy. I have been like so stressed out lately because it's tax season and I should be done by now, but I have been putting it off for so long, and my husband keeps bugging me because he needs certain numbers to file his taxes because we file together. It's one thing that I will say I do not enjoy about being married is having to file together. Like I used to just kind of be able to do my own thing, and now I'm like pressured, you know, like there's like that time pressure now. So I need to actually do that, and my tax guy is going to he's gonna be so mad that I'm calling him so last minute to get this done, but what else is new? Okay, so I'm trying to think of the best way to support this. I don't have any more bamboo poles, but I do need something a little bit taller. I found this really thin green stake that I probably got with this plant, and I'm gonna just poke that in there. Release this. Where's my... No! So yeah, like I was saying, I've been stressed out because of taxes. I have so much to do. If you guys don't know, like I have a business, so I have to like crunch all those numbers. I'm usually really, really good about keeping my books every month, but ever since I started YouTube, I've just been so bad at it. So now I have to like catch up like 6 months worth of books. And not only that, I have to do the books for YouTube, and I have to get all those numbers together too, so it's like double the. I'm just so bad at it. If you guys didn't know this, but many adults with ADHD are very, very, very bad with their finances, and I am 100% one of them. Doing anything finance related, paying bills, balancing the books, paying people, like even if I have the money and it's fine, I just don't like doing it. I don't like thinking about it. It's the strangest thing. On top of that, I've been a part of this project. It's a new restaurant opening on Oahu, so I've been doing a lot of like sort of the design stuff and branding and things like that, and I might have to go there next week. So I've just been like, obviously I'm very excited to go to Oahu, but I'm also very stressed out just because on top of everything else, it's not the best time for me to leave. So yeah, all that said, I've just been like kind of stretching my time thin lately between filming, editing, work, freelance projects, and then life, you know. There are lots and lots of ways that people air layer. Some people even use those like takeout condiment cups, and they'll cut it so that it just like fits around here, and they'll put it around and then stuff it with moss. I just have not been a fan of that method, just because I feel like it requires a lot of work just to cut the little Tupperware thing, or to cut the little plastic thing, and then you've got these just random takeout containers hanging off your plant. And this method is not pretty, but it works, and I did it with my Glorious, and yeah, you guys can see how much that plant has beefed up. So if your plants are not on poles and you're trying to size up the plant, I would definitely recommend air layering every node, even if you're not planning on chopping it. Just getting roots on those things will help so much. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is grab some saran wrap. You don't need a lot, just enough so that you can wrap it around the stem and fit a bit of moss inside. I'm just going to be spraying it with some of my foliar spray water. I'm gonna start with this node right here, and what I'm gonna do is literally just go like this, and you want to wrap the moss around that node so that all of those aerial roots wake up. And then I kind of like make it into like an ice cream cone. I pinch it down at the bottom first as I'm like wrapping it and packing in that moss. And then I'll take one end. I like to twist so that the bottom comes up like that. Twist, twist, twist. And then I just kind of tuck it inside. And then you take the other side and you make sure to wrap underneath here. And you want to do it really tightly. And then as you're wrapping around, you kind of twist it to lock it in. And you should have some excess at the end, so then you can just kind of go around. And then you can tape it, or you can just grab your Velcro ties and tie it, or like lock it in that way. This is my preferred. I would much rather use a Velcro tie, just because with tape, when you're spraying and stuff, or if it's in a greenhouse, it's like really humid and then like the tape starts to come apart. So I like to go around like this. To lock in the strap, and then I'll take the other one and then go the other way. I told you it's not pretty, but it works. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the rest of the nodes. She is done and she's more stable and she's all over the place. Oh, this leaf turned around. That was fast. Air layered at every node, feeling good about it. And obviously I can't show you where I put it, but you will see it in a few weeks. I think I'm done for the night. Tomorrow I might not be doing plant stuff because Sundays are my days of prepping for the rest of the week. Meal preps, grocery shopping, going to my mother-in-law's to clean her townhouse more. And honestly, I'm just gonna be kind of running around everywhere. So more than likely I will catch up with you on Monday. I have some repotting to do. I feel like so much of this week was repotting, but honestly, that's just the season we're in right now. I'm just prepping everybody for growth in the spring. So sorry if you're kind of over the repot stuff. So yeah, probably won't see you tomorrow, but I will definitely see you on Monday. Okay, I lied. I know I said I wasn't gonna see you till Monday, but happy Sunday. By the way, if you ever see me drinking a blue drink on YouTube, it's Gatorade. My husband and I had a late dinner tonight, so as tired and exhausted as I am, if I lay down in bed right now with a full belly, I am probably going to get a stomachache, get a nightmare, or just not feel good in general. So I figured I was already sitting here kind of playing around with plants, and I do need to check in on some propagations. So can't remember if I showed you guys some props in my last week of plant to-dos, but I always really like seeing what people are propagating, so I always try and include it if I can. A few exciting things. So I want to show you those Scindapsus that I put in these little makeshift greenhouses only a few days ago. Magic. I'm telling you, these work amazing, and all of the leaves look so much perkier than they did when I put them in here. Some of them are still curled, but for the most part, like, they have perked up quite a bit. And yeah, we're getting some roots almost everywhere. It is loving the warmth of the Millsbow and the light in there. So I'm just gonna leave this as is. And once the roots get a little bit bigger, I will move it to Lechuzapan. I would say that was a successful propagation, and it happened so much faster than I thought it would. So that was surprising. And then the other one is the Cebu Blue, and we've also got some roots. So root down here, all of the aerial roots are waking up as well. So if you guys are having difficulty propagating your vining plants, I highly recommend this method for micans specifically. I used to do micans in prop boxes, but I've actually found that water in a cup like this inside of somewhere warm and bright is very effective. Just be careful with micans though, because they burn easily, so don't have it too close to the grow light. My pings were actually suffering quite a bit, and it's because I have not had a single fungus gnat, and I can't even tell you how long. And it's not eating anything, and it does look like happy and healthy right now, but it's actually not as like firm as they usually are, and like thick. Like they feel very, very thin and wilty. They just, compared to what I'm used to having them look like, they just look really sad. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be feeding this something, but if that's the case, I'm probably just going to give this to Aaron or someone else who has better luck with them, or someone who actually has something to feed them. But they're starving over here. What else is going on? Oh, raise your hand if you watched my propagating anthuriums video, because if you did, we have a leaf. This one is the tofu anthurium. Oh, yeah. This is the tofu anthurium that I propagated. In that video, I propagated my tofu anthurium and I propagated my dark phoenix. So happy to have a new leaf on that. I don't think my dark phoenix woke up yet. This is the other part of the tofu anthurium that I propagated like the Kenzo way, like slicing down the stem vertically, and it is still very nice and firm, although it's a super tiny chunk. Oh my gosh, my camera. And then you can see this growth point here has activated. It actually looks like there are 2 growth points, but we'll see. Update on my Thai. So this is the Thai that used to be super big. I've talked about this a few times, but I thought this was a single node plant that I propagated, and this is the one that came first. And then this one started popping out randomly, and when it was still furled up, I thought that maybe I had dropped like a pothos in there or something, and I like pulled it and I was like, what is this? And then I realized that it was connected. So it's actually a 2-node stem, which is very surprising because I was so sure that there was only one auxiliary bud. So once this one roots a little bit more and gets a bit bigger, I'll take it out of here and kind of see what's going on. We've got some really happy, healthy roots in here. The only reason I'm not moving it right now is because I am scared to death of Thais and I don't really want to mess with it, to be honest. I propagated this on camera and repotted on camera, and I can't remember what it is now. I'm so full. I want to herk tomorrow. What am I going to do tomorrow? Guys, I really need to repot my seedlings, but I don't want to. So lazy. I did get my tree fern fiber in though, so I kind of want to show you that substrate. What is this? I have no clue what this is, you guys. I have no idea. This is the Xerosicios dengui that I propagated, and I'm gonna give it to Erin because I feel like this would look really nice in her cabinet. And it has like this huge little cluster of new leaves that are gonna come out, which is so exciting because I usually only get like 1 leaf at a time. Do you guys hear that? My husband literally is playing Beatstar on full blast, and he's been trying to beat the Who Let the Dogs Out song, and it's been just making my ears bleed for the last few days. I pray to the Beatstar gods that he gets diamond on this song so that I never have to hear it again. All right, let's show you one more thing in here and then we're gonna call it a day, because honestly, now that I'm doing this, I'm like, I'm pretty sure we've been here earlier this week. But I can't remember anymore, you guys. I can't remember my days. I don't know what's going on. I'm just kind of trying to get through life. I have been trying to make more of a solid effort to check in on my props more. Oh, that's a lot of springtails. Do you guys want to see springtails? Amanda, close your eyes. You should be able to see them kind of wriggling around in there. And if you can't, I'm sorry. Oh, it's all mushy. No. This was Amanda's seedling that she gave me. I feel so bad. I can't. Amanda, I tried so hard. I tried so hard. I told you. They hate me. They all hate me. Oh, wait, what? What is this? Is this dark phoenix? I don't even know where my dark phoenix prop is. Oh, a corm. It's awake. You see that? This little guy right here. I thought all my corms died. It could either be an alocasia silver dragon, or it could be an alocasia cuprea. And based on the red color, I think that this is a cuprea. And then this was my 1-leaf Hoya obovata that is now pushing out new growth. Someone on YouTube said that I wouldn't get anything out of this, but I tried to explain to them that I had a node and it wasn't just a leaf. And yeah, new growth is coming, so look at that. This is a Hoya serpent splash, and I've got like a runner here, but no leaves. Oh wait, no, those are roots. Yep, no leaves. I don't know where my dark phoenix is. Oh, I found it. I see something waking up right here, which is not where I expected it to wake up, but hey, I'll take it. And I don't know what this is, but all I see are profiles, no actual leaves. All right, guys, I think I need to wrap it up. I have like no working brain cells at the moment. I really just wanted my food to digest, but let's make a game plan for tomorrow. I need to hold myself accountable so that I get things done. I do think that I really should repot my seedlings because this is the last of them and they're still in moss and they're just the kind of this giant mass here. And my other seedlings that are repotted in soil are growing so much faster than my ones in moss. Like, look at this one. It looks like a real anthurium. Look at her, she's so big. This is my personal one. This is the one that I wanted to keep. It's kind of weird. I'm getting these like spots on my seedlings. I don't know if that's normal. Not all of them have it. Honestly, just this one and maybe a few others, but I'm hoping it grows out of it. There's no spider mites, no bugs or anything. Roots look really healthy. But yeah, I would love if my seedlings could size up because this one that is isolated in its own pot has grown so much faster than the ones in my seedling tray. So anyway, tomorrow, maybe repot my seedlings and then what else should I do? Oh, and then tomorrow I'm gonna film another YouTube video. I gotta repot a bunch of my alocasias, so I'll show you some behind the scenes. Hope you guys had a good weekend in my time because I know you're going to be watching this on a weekend. So I hope you have a good weekend and I'll see you Monday morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I actually wasn't going to film just yet, but I started doing this and was like, oh, this would actually be a cool thing to show. So this is how I've been rinsing my Lechuzapan lately. I just so happened to find an IKEA bin that was like pretty much the same exact size as this strainer that I have used to rinse my pond, and it's got like these adjustable arms. So before, when I would rinse my pond, I would literally just like fit this over the kitchen sink and then just set it on there and just let water run through it. But then I was thinking like, I'm using so much water doing that. So I started to do this method. And I just so happened to find an IKEA bin that is the exact same size as this strainer. And so what I do is I just stick the whole thing in here. I fill the water all the way up and then I just kind of move it around and let that dust kind of seep out of it. And then I'll just take this out. Sorry, I don't want to take you to my sink because it's really dirty and gross. I believe somebody emailed Lechuzapan and was asking them if you're supposed to rinse the pond before you use it, and they said no, you're not supposed to. But I personally don't want all of this in my passive hydro vessels, and you can't even see all of the really fine dust and dirt and like grits of rock that are at the very bottom of this. I have a really fine strainer inside of my drain. It's just like this, so that like no pond gets in the sink or whatever. And then I'll take another strainer with a paper towel and I'll just pour this into here. I would recommend using a cheesecloth opposed to a paper towel, but I don't have any more cheesecloths. Okay, so the paper towel is really just to catch all the floating bits that are gonna come out with the water, but all of the residue that you're actually trying to get out of there will sit at the bottom. And this is what I mean. I don't want this in my pond. And then what I'll do is just kind of wipe it away and then throw it out because I don't want this in my sink. Just put it in the trash. So now I'm on to my second rinse, and let me see if I can get you a better angle to see like what actually comes out of here. I'm feeling pretty good about how much dirt is in here. Ideally, to get a really, really clean batch of lechuzapon, you can do this about 4 times, but I find that to be a little bit excessive. So 2 is usually what I would do, and then whatever is left just goes into my vessels, and that's just that. Obviously, it would be a lot better if I could just put this on my lawn and then just hose it down with high pressure, but I don't have that luxury. And we do have a hose in our parkade, but I don't really want all of that dirt like going in. I don't know, I just feel kind of weird about using the communal hose to wash my pond and not my car. So this is kind of the next best thing for me. I find it's the best way to clean your pond using the least amount of water possible. And yeah, so all I'm gonna do to that batch is add a lot more perlite and then add some orchiata, and it will be done. And then I'll have enough pond to use for the video I'm filming today, which is my alocasia video, and I'm moving all of them to passive hydro. And Pudge is so cute. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, bud? You're so cute. Are you having a good morning? Yeah, are you gonna have a good day today? What are you gonna do? Take some naps? You gonna go take a nap? Go bedtime? Say hi to everyone. Say hi to all your friends. Say happy Monday, friends. Love you. You can sit over there. Go sit over here. Over here. Go sit over there. Please don't get caught on my... Pudgy. Fudge. Hey. Go sit here. I'm telling you guys, once this camera turns on, he is just hype. Sit over here. Over here. I know you don't want to sit there, but you're going to sit right there. Go sit up. Up. Go. No, up. Honey, I have to work. You can sit right there, okay? You look so dirty. You look so dirty. No, you don't need to sit here. You can sit over there. I know, they're upset with me, but that's just... Okay, fine, you guys. Okay, after a lot of negotiation, Pudge is filming with me, I guess. Pudge, doggy. Ew! You got your eye boogie on me. Gross. Those eyeballs. It burns. Let me see those big eyeballs. You're so dirty. Dirty pug. Okay, let's start this because we have a long day of filming, child. Oh my gosh. Okay, sit down. We are back, the headless YouTuber doing headless planty things with our trusty pug Pudge, who will be snoring with me here today and who somehow cannot get comfortable. I have talked about this in other videos. Oh, is it a sponsored video? No, it's not a sponsored. But I also am. Can't say this word. after having the alocasia mycolense. Can you go in your spot? Oh, my baby, my baby. I'm not recording. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I totally spaced. I didn't record. I didn't hit record when I planted these. What did I even say? Oh my gosh, I said so much. I hate myself right now. Hey guys, so, ugh, my necklace. I actually haven't been filming for a few days because I've been quite sick. I have kind of a weird respiratory thing going on right now and I need to call my doctor this week. But yeah, it's just I haven't been able to breathe, which is weird. Like I feel like my lungs are like being constricted, like even if I sleep a certain way. So I haven't been filming just because I haven't been feeling well. And my voice goes in and out and I'm just a little bit like, I'm not coughing or anything. Like I don't have any signs of like the flu. It's just this weird breathing thing. I'm gonna try and show you guys my exo cleaning right now just to show you how I refresh it and kind of like clean it up a little bit after it's been looking like musty and crusty for a few months. The angle might be weird though because I have to film it at an angle where you can't see the part of my plant room that I'm saving for a video. So anywho, I'm just gonna do that because I do have to do a lot of errands today and I won't be home for most of the day. So I'm just trying to get some stuff done before I have to go. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well today, even though you're just watching this in one fluid video. I'm gonna change the angle and get this cleaned up. I just restocked on these suction cups that can hold a lot more weight. I have showed it in another video, but it basically just like suctions on and then it locks into place. I just make sure that it's a little bit wet before I actually stick it on the glass, and you want to make sure your glass is really clean before you put it on. I'm just getting tired of seeing this big empty white wall in here, so I just want to be able to hang some stuff off of it so that it doesn't look so barren. All right, so now I just have to find plants that can hang here. I might not worry about that right now, but let's just get things loaded. Guys, look at the new leaf on my philodendron majestic. It's so big. This is the biggest majestic leaf I think I've ever had, and this is how small the first leaf was. So if you guys are trying to beef up your plants, I'm telling you, you got to get a pole. It doesn't even need to be one of these poles. It can be like a wood plank, a bamboo stake, as long as it feels supported and those aerial roots are being activated. You guys can get nice big leaves. Honestly, up until this point, I have really prioritized making sure that my plants fit in my space. So I regularly chop down and I don't really allow them to get super, super big. I kind of just enjoyed them being in my care, but now that I'm seeing them size up, I'm kind of interested to see how large I can grow them. This one's actually getting burned by my light. I used to have 3 10-watt light bars in here, so I removed one, so now there's just 20 watts of light in here, and I still think it's gonna be too strong, but hopefully all of this sort of like bleaching stops in the newer leaves. I kind of want to get this one repotted. This is the majestic that I got from Jing, and it's definitely outgrowing this pot, and we've got a new growth point come in. This leaf is so beautiful, so maybe I'll get this repotted before I get it in here. I'm trying not to talk too much because my voice keeps cracking. I feel so prepubescent. I need to get this fixed. This is like the wonkiest, ugliest little bush. Like, yuck. I'm sort of contemplating building out a wall in the back to have all of these little soderini climb it, but I don't know. I'm not sure, because the thing is once it gets close to the grow light, they're going to start bleaching. So that means I'd only have to have a grow light at the front of this exo. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure yet, but that's kind of what I'm contemplating. So I'm just gonna run a bunch of errands today, get cleaned up in here, and I think I'll meet you back tonight if I don't end up going to sleep when I get home. But I do want to repot this one, and I think I want to like get this one fixed because it bothers me and it's so ugly, and I need to do my nails, they're so bad. The apartment is a giant mess, but it is pressure washing day. Pudge is having a field day. Yeah, I know this isn't plant related, but I don't know, I was kind of thinking of trying to get the balcony nice this spring, but I say that every year, and we've been living here for how many years now, so it's probably not gonna happen. This is so satisfying. We're gonna clean the windows too. I'm so excited. Oh yeah. Dude, I can watch pressure washing videos all day long. So yeah, today is not a very planty day. It's more cleaning. I need to finish laundry. I was gonna do some watering, but I don't know, maybe I'll save that for tomorrow. Oh, I wanna show you guys the only plant that has survived the winter in Canada. And it is this beautiful palm that I got from Nick. It is like my favorite. I don't know what the name is, but it's so compact and it is stunning. So I'm happy it's alive. I was thinking of bringing it indoors, but I think it'll like it out there for the spring now. So anyway, it's such a beautiful day. I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm feeling good today, and surprisingly, I'm not wanting to do any plant stuff really. I just kind of am in the mood to clean. So I think that's gonna be on the agenda for today, and then I'll either see you guys tonight or tomorrow. The first thing I'm contemplating is repotting this Baltic blue. Don't know if I want to repot it or just give it a clean. Feel like whatever soil this is, it's not very nutritious, and I don't know, but it has been growing really well in it. I'm not really sure if I'm up for this task today. I kind of thought that I would just clean the leaves down, but now that I'm looking at it, like it is like bursting out of this pot. I don't know if you guys can see from the top, like the soil is like really high. I think I'm just gonna give it a clean because that's a problem for future me and not today me. As usual, I am just taking my Dr. Bronner's soap and adding it to some water, and then I'm just gonna get these leaves wiped down. Ideally, I would have wanted to go in with my microfiber cloth and get these really like nice and shiny, but I try and save tasks like that for when I'm watching TV. Normally because I can't ever just sit and watch something, like I always kind of have to be doing something at the same time, or my attention, it's just, yeah, it's a whole thing. So, you know, on a day where I allow myself to just binge watch TV, I'll grab plants and just wipe them down, polish them, and just, you know, give them some TLC. So I'm going to save this for when I start watching the new Kardashian show. And yes, I am giving in to that trash. Believe it or not, I used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians religiously, and now that it's available in Canada, the new show, I can't resist. So yeah, I'm feeling good about you know, getting all those water stains off and stuff. And now it's a little bit more photo ready because I do need to take a picture of this on Instagram for Plantsome. I think maybe in a few weeks, once this thing has settled into my house more, I will repot it because it's definitely not going to be able to live in here through the spring and summer. But that is not a job for today me. Hi guys, so I'm actually coming to you from the future. I realized that I never included the final sort of import update, and I wanted to give you a 1 week update. Oh my gosh, my hair is just falling out. I wanted to give you a 1 week update, but I missed it, so now you're gonna get pretty much a 2 week update. I got the imports 2.5 weeks ago now. Wow, the time goes by so fast. There's definitely a lot of progress. So before I wrap up this video, I just want to give you one last update on them, and then after this video, you'll just kind of see them sporadically in different videos. But yeah, we've got some good progress for sure. If you are not comfortable with acclimatizing, or it's like your first time, I highly recommend the bin method that I showed in part 1. It's almost a foolproof method. Like, you know, you don't really have to do much. Once it's in there, the plants just kind of know what to do. As long as you get the conditions as good as you can. Wow, okay. I don't want to have them out of the bin for too long because I don't think I'm gonna be repotting any right now. I'm gonna start with this one that I can't remember the name of. Again, this wasn't part of our import. This was part of Jing's last import with Equigenera, which I wasn't a part of. I don't think that, I didn't import anything that time, but those roots are super long now, and I'll definitely want to get this potted in something deeper. Lots of roots inside of the moss. And generally it's pretty happy despite some of the yellowing that happened when I got it in here. This leaf is brand new. And actually I wasn't expecting to love this texture as much as I do. To the eye, it kind of looks like it would have the same sort of texture as like a Postazanum. It's very like shiny and stuff, but it feels a little more like leathery or buttery. I can't really explain the feeling of it. If I had to make a comparison, I feel like it feels almost like a Majestic. Is it a Majestic that I'm thinking of? I can't really, I don't know, but it's so nice. It's so like fluffy and like pillowy. It's like a cloud. And a new leaf is coming, so this thing is pretty happy. I'm gonna throw in a photo of what it looks like when it's mature, and it's actually very cute. So I'm gonna see if Jing will let me buy a small cutting of this, because I would actually like to see it beef up in size and see if, you know, it can look similar to the photos that it says it is. But yeah, it's kind of hard to imagine it now. But anyway, yeah, this one is doing really well. The next one is the Weirdo Anthurium. It's just sad, honestly. This is not gonna look any better until a new leaf comes out. This one is on the way out. These leaves, like, they've perked up. I know it looks very sad, but it was very wilty before, and now it's like really just firmer and got some roots going. It's kind of hard to see because it's like the same color, but you can see right here and right there and in here. So that is a good sign. No signs of new growth as of now, but ugh, these leaves they're too much. They're too much, they're too long. Ah. Time is it? I gotta get out of here soon. I'm actually going to California for the weekend, and I'm cutting this very close because this video is going up on Saturday and I leave tomorrow, which is Friday. So I have to get all of this edited and uploaded before I go tomorrow morning. So anyway, I'm getting a COVID test today because you need a COVID test to get on the plane apparently. The next one is one of the Gloriosums, which is doing amazing. This one is a brand new leaf that unfurled inside of the acclimation bin. I am seeing some new roots. I am seeing some new secondary roots inside of the substrate. It's gonna be very, very hard to see. They're like white and fuzzy like that. It just kind of blends in with the pond, but you can definitely see the roots forming up at the top, like right here, and it's really perky. Honestly, this thing did not skip a beat. It's almost like I bought it locally. This thing can probably move in, like, out of this bin pretty soon. I'm not really worried about it throwing a huge tantrum. I wouldn't right away put it like on my shelf in my living room, but I can definitely get away with maybe putting it in the Mills bow, and that would be nice because the Serpens is growing and it's taking up space, so it would be nice to kind of free up a little bit of room in there. And this is one that I would feel good about moving out, and this leaf is actually quite cute. And then I have my other Gloriosum. This one is also pushing out a new leaf. So cute. Yeah, this one is this one's definitely rooted as well. You can see that big old fuzzy root at the top, and then also right there. Oh, I just picked up some more rocks today, so I'm gonna stabilize this really quick. I was at my mother-in-law's house a few days ago, and she's got a bunch of these river rocks in her front lawn, so I just stole a couple of them because this guy is a leaner. I can probably add more pond to the top, but honestly, I'm probably gonna get it out of here very soon, maybe next week. I'm gonna actually pot it into a real vessel and get it out of this Tupperware sitch, but I'm gonna wait until this new leaf has hardened off to get a good window to avoid some damage to it, because we all know that these hands, they just ruin everything they touch. So yeah, really happy about this one as well. I'm gonna say first thoughts on acclimatizing in pond. I love it, and honestly, if I don't know, I feel like I got lucky though with this import because they came in such amazing condition, like amazing condition. But if I get another import and it's in less good of condition as this one, but it takes to pond as well as these ones are, I think pond is going to be my new substrate choice. Here is the Philodendron SP Columbia, and we've got some, where is it? Oh, some nice fuzzy roots right here. It's clinging onto this rock. And then down here, you can see a little tiny root guy. Oh yeah, and then there's another root right here. I'm just so impressed with how well these acclimatized, how quickly it rooted. I will say that this is probably the fastest that I've ever gotten roots on an import. Typically, like in the first 2 to 3 weeks, it's just kind of working on perking back up and looking alive. But these ones are like, they're pushing out new growth. It's like ready to be potted in something permanent. It's crazy. I really am just appreciating how much thought and care Equiflora put into this last import, and as large of an order as it was, they just, they made sure everything got here in really great condition. The last one is my Serpens, and if you watched part 1, you know that I kept complaining about how I was so nervous that this thing wouldn't root, but it was the first plant that rooted out of all of my imports, surprisingly. So here it is. It has yellowed a little bit on this leaf, like around the edges. Whoa, that went in my mouth. But otherwise, it's still very, very happy. It's perky, it's firm. It's doing pretty well, and these roots are crazy. Like, look at these. They're so fuzzy. I was starting to get sort of a rotty caterpillar, and when you guys notice this happening, my recommendation is to peel it away and don't let it sit on this emergent leaf for too long, or else it'll rot the leaf too. So I think that I caught it in time, that this thing should hopefully be able to emerge out of here without any damage. Well, it'll probably be damaged, but at least it won't be rotted. I think that it'll actually harden off to a full leaf, but I have left plants alone in a rotted caterpillar before, and the entire leaf rotted. So I just usually will free up as much of it as possible and get the rot away from the leaf. So you can see some like residue of that, and I'm just, as much as I want to like pick at it and pull it away, this leaf is gonna register every single touch and you'll notice it once it hardens off. So I'm trying to not touch it as much as possible. I don't really care if there's a lot of mechanical damage or just cosmetic damage to this leaf. I just kind of want it to come out, and I want to keep this new caterpillar nice and healthy. Hopefully I can get this leaf to come out, but yeah, this one just still doing so great. I don't know if I'm actually seeing any roots in the substrate. I'm looking at the import roots, and this is usually why I start over and I just chop it off right away, because these ones look like they're actually getting mushy, and I'm probably gonna want to chop them off soon. So to everyone who has bullied me in the past for chopping off import roots, you know, we all have our reasons, and just in my experience, no matter how I acclimatize, if I put it into water right away or if I put it into moss right away, I would say 75% of the time those import roots are going to die off or not do anything for me, and so I just chop them off from the start. I'm going to be keeping these imports in here for another few weeks. I want to say that I'm gonna move my gloriosums out in about a week or a week and a half. I'm gonna repot them and probably put them in my Millsbow, but the serpents will stay in the bin for quite some time. I heard that some people got thrips with their Equiflora order, so I'm still not ready to like introduce these to the tent or to another exo or something. I'm definitely gonna keep it isolated, especially since I'm trying to get this spider mite situation under control still. I do have to go to the nursery today to pick up some spider mite spray. I heard that Dr. Doom has like a spider mite specific spray, and I'm trying to get my hands on them because the sprays that I'm using right now are just not strong enough. I'm just gonna quickly go to part 1 of my video and see if there's any questions I can answer. Someone had asked me if I can do a video doing a step-by-step of importing plants. It says if you need papers to ship them to the States, what to do after, and so on. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing a video on that because I live in Canada, so the process is a lot different than the States, I believe. I think in the States you need Fido and all that, and I that's all over my head. When I order from Equiflora or Equigenera, it's shipped to someone in Canada that can receive it and do all of the paperwork, all of that behind the scenes, and literally people that ordered from Canada, we just go pick it up from them, and that's how it works. So they don't like deliver it to our house. I don't have to do any paperwork. There's a receiver in Vancouver, and all of the work is pretty much done for us. So I'm sorry that I can't be more helpful on that front, but yeah, it's just they've kind of created a really easy process for people here in Canada. I actually don't really know much about the the paperwork part and the permit part of importing. A question about acclimating. After you potted them up in pond, you mentioned putting them back into the bungee cord bin. At what point do you consider them ready for moving out of that high humidity environment and into a regular? And do you keep the grow light diffused during this time? Yes, so the entire time that they're in the bin, I'm going to keep the parchment paper to diffuse the light. I don't really ever want them to get that harsh light so close inside of the bin. When I consider them like ready to come out is honestly like when a new leaf comes out and there's a robust enough root system that I feel like they'll do okay out in regular humidity. So like what I showed you with my gloriosums, those, they are rooted, but they're not super rooted yet. It's a lot better, or a lot more than I thought it would be at this point. So maybe in about a week and a half or two, I will move them out. And I think that I might do a video showing kind of the state that, oh my gosh, my seedlings look so sad. I might show a video showing the state that they're in once I'm ready to move them out, just so you kind of know the things that I'm looking for when I feel like they can come out of a bin. But right now, my biggest concern are pests being transferred either from my current collection to the imports or from the imports to my current collection. So I am going to keep them isolated a little bit longer. If I do put some of the gloriosums in the Millsbo, I'm going to section them off, and I will show you how I do something like that if I manage to pull it off. I did do something like that in my tent, which I will show you in my upcoming Mars Hydro tent update. What was the delivery time for these beautiful imports? I think we placed our order back in March? Either February or March. I think it was like a month or a month and a half ago that we actually placed the order and then it arrived. Usually I think Equiflora gives out estimates, like they'll put out their price list and then they'll say for delivery in like May or April or something. Did you order on the website or did you speak to the sellers directly? No, I do not talk to the sellers. The seller has no idea who I am or that I exist. We just order via like their order form and then send it in through email. Typically, I've never like just gone on their website and ordered before. Like I usually do it with the group order when they say they're gonna be delivering to Vancouver. So they send out a price list, or you can request a price list from them and then just order from there. And then the last question I'll answer, when I check out, it says shipping is free. Is that normal, or do I need to pay for fees after? And do you pick up at a location or is it delivered to our house? Shipping is definitely not free. Shipping is actually very expensive. So like I mentioned, you have to email them, request a price list, and then you send in your order via email, and then they will invoice you and add on all of the fees, all of the shipping, blah, blah, blah. It just really depends. If you're doing an individual order, they're not gonna send it to your house, but they'll send it to customs, where you have to pick it up like a mail center where it's sent to you. You have to clear it, and it's a whole other beast, you guys. I'm not like the right person to ask for like importing. I don't do it. I always do these like group orders where everything is taken care of, or I import through my friend Jing. But please don't ask Jing how to import, because she's bombarded with these questions all the time. And yeah, I think if someone can recommend, maybe in the comments, of a YouTuber or an Instagrammer who is well versed in importing in different countries, you might be able to get some better information from them. So that wraps up the week of plant to-dos for this month. We are at the end of April, and I just truly cannot believe time is flying by so fast. I am going to be in Santa Barbara for the weekend, so when this video goes up, I won't be able to respond to comments, or I can't do a premiere or anything. But I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend. Thank you guys for watching another YouTube video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, because it helps Pudge and I's visibility a lot on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.